How you doing? Ryan, Central Coast Kayak Fishing. Gonna go over what I use to get rockfish. A lot of guys have been asking me techniques and stuff like that. Um, Rock fishing, all you need to do is vertical jig. Find a reef. I like to find open water reefs, especially being in a Hobie, not having to deal with the kelp's a huge plus. So find an open water reef and with a fish finder and go to town. Um, my setup for that is a Lexa 400 on a Black Diamond Phoenix. This is a 15 to 40 pound test rod. Has plenty of backbone in it, little sensitive tip. Absolutely love it. And using 80 pound test braid as my main line, and then I have a top shot of about 10 feet of fluorocarbon, about 30 to 40 pound, minimum 30. You can go up to 50. I usually like to use 40. It's good happy medium. If I get a snag, I could break off, only lose that 10 feet on the bottom, and not have to cut my braid. That's a huge plus. My setup on that is a dropper loop to just a mainline hook. So I'll show you that real quick here. So I go dropper loop, and I put on a big hammer swim bait on a beast hook. This is a number 8 beast hook, and just a big hammer swim bait. These things catch a fish. And then I go to a 6-ounce lead head to another big hammer swim bait. This is a Halloween color. This thing is my go-to bait. Get that out, put some Pro Cure on it, and this year specifically I've been using shrimp. The reason I've been using the shrimp scent this year is because of El Nino. We've had a lot of red crab, and this has really increased my bites this year. Just that little bit of extra scent has got them to, hit a lot more than guys just tipping it with squid. There hasn't been that much squid around because the water's been so warm. So, been having a lot of success this year. So I'm going to go over my top 5 baits now that I've showed you my setup. Number 1 is this bait I just showed you. It's a big hammer swim bait, and I like using a heavy lead head. This is a 6-ounce lead head. When rock fishing, this is awesome because it gets it down to the bottom quick and it keeps the smaller fish off. This bigger hook, when you compare it to just a standard 2-ounce, that would be plenty. When you're in shallow, it's a lot bigger. Keeps off the smaller gophers and stuff like that when they're fishing in 40, 50 feet of water or 150. The 6-ounce is a good way to go and keeps the smaller fish off. So get yourself some heavier lead heads. Number 2 is a mega bait. And what I do is I take off the treble hook and put on a single sidewash hook, some willow blades, and a big hammer swim bait I glue on there. Just take some regular super glue, some Rockcod, and put it on there, and this thing is not coming off. And it makes a 6-inch bait turn into a 11-inch bait, and definitely get you some big fish. You're not messing with little fish on this, and anything big down there. These lings are aggressive. They're predatory. They're, home guards. They're protecting their nest. You drop this in there, this is a threat to them. They're gonna hit it. You're gonna get fish. You're gonna get big ones. So for lings, especially big lings, this is hard to beat. The swim bait combo. So number 3, similar. This is an ahi jig, and I put a B2 squid on the bottom. Same thing with the willow blades. I think they add a lot of flash, especially on the retrieve up, and get some strikes that way. Glue the B2 squid on there, put some scent inside it. These things are awesome. Number 4, fairly new, I've only been using them this year, is the slow knuckle. These are made by Daiwa. They're similar to the flat falls, but I think they have a little bit better fall action, really wide falls, and the color option on this is just awesome. It's got a red and a glow. You light this thing up before you send it down, and these fish just nail it when it gets down in their depth. Something moving that far and wide apart, they can't resist it. Number 5, good old crocodile. Find the biggest crocodile you can get. There's some candy bars out there that are similar to this, and fish them hard. drop them down to the bottom. Don't be afraid to fish them in kelp, and you know, you're gonna be losing some jigs. I'm not gonna say you're not, but be prepared to lose jigs. If you're not losing jigs, you're fishing in the wrong spot. Drop these into the kelp. Drop them to the bottom. Hit the bottom. Lift your rod tip all the way up. Drop it to the bottom. Lift your rod tip all the way up. That's moving that bait at least 6 to 10 feet up in the water column every single time. And by doing that, you're just making this bait go up and then flutter down. And that's when you're going to get hit, is on that flutter down. Be ready for it and just set the hook. These are going to get hit every single time. So get some crocs and get yourself some fish. So I hope that this video helped you, and hopefully you're able to get out there, put some big hammers on, some big lead heads, and get out there and fish. The fish are out there to catch. Rockfish are pretty easy to catch. It's time on the water. You know, get out there, target these fish specifically, and you won't have a problem. Hopefully you get lucky, you get a halibut or a sea bass while you're out there. But rockfish, big baits. Big wings will come up, bigger rockfish. So hopefully that helps you, and we'll see you next time. Check out the forum, cckf.net.